Against all the evil that hell can conjure, against all the wickedness that mankind can produce, we will send unto them only you. This line, spoken in Doom Eternal's second trailer, speaks about the Slayer and, by extension, the player, in a way we've never actually seen before. So who exactly is this mysterious mailman who's decided that express mailing all evil a permanent ticket to corpsehood is a good idea? Well, that's the topic of today's video, but before we get stuck into it, a quick reminder to like, comment, subscribe, and glory kill that bell icon to see more from me, and with that, on with the video. Most characters that speak of the Slayer have one of two attitudes. Ominous but encouraging, such as the lines at the start of Doom 2016, or outright rude, such as the Khan Makia in the second trailer for Doom Eternal. The third way is odd, seeing as the Slayer has previously answered to no one, and probably still doesn't really answer to anyone in particular besides maybe the Seraphim and Night Sentinels. Besides, these lines are unlikely to be those of the Night Sentinels, as the Slayer seems to be their leader as of long before Doom 2016. The Seraphim, on the other hand, is also unlikely to be the one speaking, as these lines are in a different voice to those of the original story trailer. Although this was also true of the lines between Doom 2016 and the first story trailer, the attitude has changed yet again. In 2016, the attitude was encouraging but sounded more like a peer than a superior, and in the first trailer the attitude was still very peer-like but a bit more apprehensive of the Slayer's abilities. This time the attitude is more like a superior than a peer, which although it would make sense of the Seraphim, wouldn't make sense if the Seraphim was talking in the previous trailer or at the start of Doom 2016. So if it's not the Seraphim, and it's also not a Night Sentinel of some sort, then what exactly could it be? Well, I'm honestly not sure myself, but I have an idea. Also, just a reminder that if you disagree, you can post your opinions, ideas, suggestions, and theories in the comments section down below, and I will do my best to respond to each and every single one of you. The person sending us has to have some sort of relationship with the Slayer, be it through another party or directly. They also have to be in a position of authority that the Slayer would recognise. For them to be an authority the Slayer would recognise, they probably either have to be a part of Heaven, or at least have been one recently, or be close friends with a major figure in Heaven. I also think we haven't seen this character yet at all, but that we can figure out a fair bit about them from their voice lines, although this is all speculation. My best guess is that they're somehow related to the Seraphim, possibly even being another Seraph that helped the Slayer along the way. Though maybe being biologically close to the Seraphim, such as a brother, parent, or direct descendant, I would assume an older brother is the most likely answer here, as the voice is definitely male but lacks the almost slightly mechanical sounding tone from the voice of the E3 trailer. The voice also sounds quite a bit older, a little grandfatherly in a way, but not that much older than the Seraphim, so I could assume it wouldn't be a parent. So, we're clearly looking at a being of Seraphim level power, but of rank higher in such a way that they would see the Slayer as more of an employee or a student than a peer, though obviously still having respect for the Slayer's immense abilities. This would make sense of an older brother type figure to the Seraphim's peer level to the Slayer. If this is an older brother type figure to the Seraphim, we can infer a few useful notes about them and quite a few things about Heaven as a whole. One thing we could infer is that they likely lead part of, if not the entire clan-stroke group that the Seraphim comes from, being of such high power that they can treat the Slayer with anything besides the utmost respect out of fear of being annihilated. We can also infer that they garner a great deal of respect from their peers and subordinates, likely both due to their power and leadership capabilities. The last important thing we know for a fact if they are this type of leader is that they know the Slayer is much more than a mere man, unlike the Khan Makia, likely having invested a portion of their own power in quote-unquote sponsoring the Slayer the way the Seraphim did. If they do take this role, there may be some gameplay implications of their work, such as them maybe giving us upgrades from time to time, making the Crucible more powerful or something similar. They could also be one and the same species-wise as the Wraiths. meaning that they provide the Slayer with excessive amounts of Argent energy to use and abuse, along with the ability to truly make use of the potential Argent energy has, which seems to be a very large amount. This could be its own upgrade set tree system similar to the Argent capsules of Doom 2016, but maybe for something else entirely. We really don't know what their gameplay implications might be as of yet, however, they could be either great or minuscule. Besides gameplay, they could also be interesting lore-wise, as they provide an insight into how Heaven's society works that we haven't previously seen, especially if we can prove for sure that angels have brothers and therefore families. Though we don't really know if this is the case, so it could be literally anything. Though, since this is a bit of a short one, here's a bonus-related theory. It's entirely possible that the voice has no relationship with hell, heaven, or any divinity. At least, not in origin. Well then, it could be a relative of the Doomslayer. Maybe even his father. Maybe even the Doom Guy. Although I personally believe that the Doomslayer is one and the same as the Doom Guy, we haven't quite been confirmed this in the lore yet, so maybe they are separate people, who knows. But in this theory, the Slayer is the son of the Doom Guy. It's also entirely possible that the Doom Guy got blessed by the Seraphim due to his immense combat skills, shown by beating back not one, not two, but 3 whole demonic invasions between Dooms 1, 2, 3, and 64. If this is the case, then it is likely the Doom Guy that is the true head of the Night Sentinels, and that the Doomslayer is just his son, right-hand man, and best warrior. This would explain both the authority over the Slayer shown by the voice and the almost grandfatherly tone. This also works if you think about the fact that both Commander Keen and Blowjob Blazkowicz from Wolfenstein are related to Doomguy by blood. Alright, sorry again that this was a bit of a short one, thank you all for watching, please remember to like, comment your thoughts down below, subscribe and glory kill that bell icon to see more from me. I have been your host, Vert343, signing off. Peace out, gentlemen.